Welcome to late summer in the south of France. We're at the Rock Desert Festival in Fréjus, one of the biggest mountain bike festivals in France, actually, if not the world. In some of the mountain bike races here, there's over 20,000 competitors. But we're here to bring you some news of some new e-mountain bikes. For example, the new Siskiu from Polygon. Polygon's from Bali in Indonesia. 160mm travel, full carbon frame, Bosch SX motor. And I think you'll agree, it's a really unique and different looking bike from Polygon. So, a great start. Australian Shepherd. Oh, Australian Shepherd. So cute. The Orbea Wild was launched in 2018 and has gone through some significant refinements in the past 6 years, leading to this beautiful machine. Remember, this is the bike which Flo Espeñeras won the E-World Cup on. Travel is 170mm travel front and rear, although there is a shorter travel version at 150 front and rear too. 29-inch wheels, but this is the key, which I really think is a great feature of the Orbea Wild, is you can run it 29-29, or you can have a different linkage, which enables you to run 27.5 on the rear. I think personally, and I think Orbea think this as well, as an e-bike, for climbing and descending, it is better to have 29-29, especially on technical climbs, because the wheels simply roll over the terrain easier. And there's also a better balance when you're climbing. So they're available in carbon or aluminium versions, and the color options and the spec options is simply off the charts. What an amazing bike. Question you guys might be asking yourself is, when does trail become enduro? When does enduro become trail? Well, it's to do with lots of factors, not just the amount of suspension travel. I think key to having a bike which can deal with big hits is having a bike which has got a good stiffness to flex balance and is really solid in the suspension area in terms of the build quality, the suspension design, the shock tune. But obviously, there's more of the factors as well. Take the Santa Cruz Vala, which we rode recently on the channel. Amazing new Schwalbe Magic Mary tyres. I have to say, some of the best tyres I've ever ridden. Great aggressive tread pattern, solid sidewall on them, radial pattern. Then you've also got downhill wheels. You've got the Fox 38 forks. You've got 200mm rotors on there. And it's, like I said, it's actually the package which makes a bike able to deal with bigger ground than does a trail bike. A couple of new bikes here sporting what many people call the Gen 5 Bosch Performance Line CX motor, although it's not actually the Gen 5, it's an updated, upgraded version of the Gen 4. The key features are they've eliminated the rattle when you're descending, and also the motor is quieter when you're going uphill thanks to a new plastic, although it's not quite plastic, cog in the motor. Some very innovative new features on this Moustache Game. It's 160-170mm travel. Comes in either a 600 or a 750 watt-hour internal battery. But the key thing with this bike and many other bikes is you can actually remove the battery. Another innovative feature on this bike is the fact that they've actually tilted that motor into an almost vertical position, and they've got, as you can see, this new bracket holding it in place there. So lots of innovation from Moustache. A very close replica of my first ever mountain bike, Specialized Stump Jumper, although I had a Specialized Stump Jumper comp. I actually bought it from a shop called On Your Bike in Tooley Street in South London. I think it was £899 back in the day. Steel frame, obviously no suspension, Dior gears. Do you know what, to be honest, a bike like this is actually a little bit softer and more compliant than some carbon bikes I ride today. Any of you guys fancy a wood effect down tube cover? Bit of ash, bit of beech, bit of Fagus Sylvatica. Sam, how long has Rock Desert Festival been going?
Now, for this year, it was 40 years, okay?
40 years?
Yeah. It was the birthday for the Rock Desert, and my first time was 35 or 36 years old. Yeah, so... I was younger. But yeah, it's a long way. Yeah, it's a long story with the. For my story in the Rock Desert, yeah, it's a long way. Yeah.
Wow, long story. That's a great bit of information. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, let's continue the racing theme now. One of the biggest mountain bike races in the world is the Mega Avalanche, and this is the first ever winner. It wasn't actually called Mega Avalanche in the early days. It was called a Descent de Pic Blanc. Pig Blanc. Ladies and gentlemen, Francois Dola.
Hello, man.
Francois is also a World Masters downhill champion. Another person to have beaten me in the past. Francois, what are you up to these days?
What's up?
What's up?
The perfect life in the perfect world. No, look, the sun. Yesterday was raining, and today the sun came, so we're happy. And we meet all these people, you know, Sam Peridi, Greffet, first Mavic support, all this. It's a pleasant moment.
Sounds like Francois got the right idea. Great to see you.
Great to see you too.
One bike I would dearly like to ride is this Haibike Alltrail. It's a brand new bike, 27.5 wheels front and rear, which is quite different in itself, 140mm travel. But how is this bike going to ride in the trail? How are you going to be able to move your body around the bike? Is it going to be easier? Is it going to be more difficult? Because sometimes you actually use the top tube to lean your knees into, but I think it'll be a cool thing. I mean, in terms of allowing different height riders to ride the bike, this is definitely a step in the right direction. Great bit of innovation from Haibike. Well, this one's a brand new bike, the KTM Macina Prowler, 170mm travel, 27.5, coil shock, electronic coil shock on it, 800 watt-hour battery in the down tube, which is removable, and obviously the new Bosch Performance CX motor updated. Very nice looking bike. You might have seen the new Tarok from Raymon, which we featured at Eurobike a few months ago. Central to that is the Centrix motor from ZF, 90 Newton meters, and a super compact unit from the German manufacturer. Three versions of the Tarok, actually. You've got the Tarok at around about 6,000 euros, the Tarok Air, and also the Tarok Ultra. 160mm travel, 27.5 wheels. Wow, look at the size of this Canyon booth. It's definitely the biggest, coolest booth, although it's not a booth, it's like a football pitch, it's like a tennis court. You've got coffee, you've got DJ, and you've got all the bikes. So we got Ben and Charlie here, Canyon, getting some coffees. Thanks, guys.
T'es pas sûr que ce soit toi?
On vient de parler de toi.
Just for the weight, I would say Steve Jones. I would say. How are you, big man?
You're good. Yeah. A key part of Rock Desert Festival is the ability to go out and ride some new bikes in some fantastic trails. I'm here with Graham from Cannondale. Graham, what are you doing?
I am just prepping this Motera SL for one of our ambassadors who's going to take a few consumers out on guided rides.
How easy is it to hire a bike here at Rock Desert?
Really easy, really easy. We were here all week, so if someone wants to come ride a bike, feel free.
What's the process? Passport,
Come and
money?
see us, passport, money, birth certificate, as much as possible.
Nice one, Graham. Thanks.
That's okay, good to see you.
We got two new wheels for e-bikes, but mainly e-light bikes, I would say. So we have worked on the lightweight side, but still strong wheels, because we have introduced the new hub, the new Infinity hub, but the HD, what we call it, heavy duty. So 28 spokes instead of 24. So to support the torque force due to the motor, but still super light. So 1 kilo 7 for the carbon one and 1 kilo 9 for the aluminum one, existing both in 29 and 27.5.
That's a masterclass from Michelle from Mavic.
Thanks for listening.
Wow, I'm certainly learning things here today. I didn't realize that Alpine is a Formula One team. This is a collaboration between Lapierre and Alpine. The GLP folks, now, I just pressed on this. Wow, that is just wow. Now, this is the bike developed by Nico Vulios. We actually rode this back in 2018 when the first prototype bikes that Nico's riding. Key part of this bike is it is very unique in the weight distribution. So when you ride this bike, you can pop the front wheel up, the back wheel is lively as well. Fantastic geometry. Nico took it to E-World Cup success a few years ago. And 800 watt-hour battery, Bosch Performance Line CX Race Limited Edition motor. Guys, the full carbon Lapierre Alpine GLP. Well, guys, that's a wrap from Rock Desert 2024. If you've never been here, come and check out the fantastic trails, the food, and of course, the sea.